generalized English courses that are not aligned to a good extent with the workplace requirements. Research that are recent indicate a present need for English for business purposes programs tailored to the local professional environment, and that these should focus on the tasks like business negotiation, report writing, and so on. Up to this point, we come to the research gap that says that despite the growing recognition of the importance of English in Algerian workplace, there is limited research on how the target situation analysis process can guide this course design, and addressing this gap is essential to ensure that language training aligns with employers' expectations in the socio-economic sector per Algeria. We now are confronted with the problematic of this research paper that indicates current English for business purposes trainings or courses in Algeria seem to fail to address the specific linguistic and communicative needs of professionals in the workplace, something that leads to an apparent mismatch between language education and real-world business requirements. The two questions that have been formulated per this study are, first, is to what specific English language skills and competencies are required by professionals in Algerian workplaces to perform their businesses or to perform their business tasks effectively. The second is how can the target situation analysis inform the development of English for business purposes courses in order to better align with the communicative and functional demands of the Algerian socio-economic sector of now time. For this, there is the methodology part, and the study adopted is a qualitative. The study adopted a qualitative approach where the research design included semi-structured questionnaires, two of them that were carried out with 60 students and 8 teachers from Lagouat University and Jelfa University. This study employed also an exploratory case study designed to investigate the workplace needs related to English for business purposes in Algeria, and the questionnaires aimed to assess the teachers and the students' experiences. This small-scale study provided qualitative insights into how to prepare business English students for better professional outcomes through well-informed courses. Now we come to the findings part, and there are 4 aspects of that. First is the linguistic needs. Students prioritized writing in light of their data obtained skills and speaking skills. Listening and reading were noted as secondary but necessary for them as well. The second part or aspect of that is the cultural competency as a noticeable gap. Participants highlighted a significant gap in cultural awareness and intercultural communication, which is essential for navigating the globalized workplace effectively. The other aspect is about the mismatch between training and workplace demands. The existing English for business purposes courses were found to be heavily theory-focused, with insufficient emphasis on practical applications for students in real-life case studies or scenarios. And the last part is about the role of the teachers in skill development for their students. Teachers indicated challenges in updating course contents to meet modern workplace needs, which cites the lack of professional development opportunities and resources tailored to Algerian contexts specifically. For the recommendations, there is a list of 6 or 7 of them. The first one is for fellow researchers to make more investigation on the subject matter with a broader scope and different context. Also, we suggest to develop context-specific English for business purposes curricula, and the other one is to focus on practical language skills that help now-time students study effectively and perform in the future also effectively. The other one is to integrate cultural competency trainings as a core component of English for business purposes courses, and to provide professional development for the teachers as part of what is known to be teacher ongoing development. Also is to establish market academic collaboration, since ESP is about preparing individuals to be effective agents for the future, so there must be some collaboration between the economic sector and the social sector alongside the academia one, and to regularly and ongoingly update needs analysis as the key process of identifying those needs and working per them. As a conclusion, we may highlight that this study shows the gap between current English for business purposes courses in Algeria and the real needs for students in the workplace. Through the target situation analysis, it was found that students need not only language skills but also cultural understanding to succeed in global business environments. And to address this reality, English for business purposes courses should be designed to focus on practical skills, cultural awareness, and the use of technology, what ensures students are better prepared for the demands of the modern workforce of the 21st century. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and we welcome any questions from your
Thank
part.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Mohammed Lamin and Dirham Nadir Brital, for your insightful presentation and for the respect of the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So their presentation has tackled, of course, they inquired into the gap between the current English for business, yes, purposes, needs, and the current issues and the workplace needs, yes. They addressed some two research questions or three research questions. So they addressed these questions: what specific English competencies are required in Algeria? Yes. How can target analysis inform professionals and lead to better developments in the field? So their major results are as follows. Yeah. So they said that there is a mismatch between training and workplace demands. So there is a heavy concentration on the theory rather than practice. Yes, there is the cultural competence, this problem of cultural competence, which is as a gap. Yeah, and students, they are prioritizing reading and writing skill rather than reading and sorry speaking rather than listening. Yeah. So now we move to the second presentation. So Sarah Beloufa and Mrs. Ben Saber Nasrin, are you here? Sarah Beloufa and Mrs. Ben Saber Nasrin, are you here with us? Can you hear us? I think they're not here. So Amal Afia, are you here? Okay, so Sarah Beloufa and Mrs. Ben Saber Nasrin, do you hear us? Are you here, Sarah and Ben Saber Nasrin? I think they're not here. Yeah. So this session has only these three presenters. So Amal, she's not here. Sarah Beloufa and Mrs. Ben Saber Nasrin, I think they are not here too. She is in this workshop. Okay, so these are the three presenters for this. Yes, if you have any questions, the debate, yeah. Yes. Any questions?
Is it on? It works. So I have one question to our dear presenter with regards to competence, cultural competence development. So which materials for classroom teaching do you recommend for promoting ESP students' cultural competence? And which other teaching strategies and techniques do you have in mind in order to bridge this gap in terms of cultural competence? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Wali. So the question is, I think, for Mohammed Lamin and Drahamad Nadir Barital. Are you here?
Yes, I am, please. It's, by the way, Ahmed Nadir Baital. It's just Doctor and Ahmed Nadir Baital. Then.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for this interesting question indeed. And the first part that I would love to start with is to highlight the importance of cultural awareness from the part of the teachers themselves. Because as teachers of English in general and ESP in specific, there must be a high level of awareness about the differences in understanding contexts, in dealing with contexts, and at the same time in reacting to those contexts. So the first solution to that is, or strategy for the teachers, is to be themselves aware about that and to have that willingness to work per the international model, not only the Algerian specific requirements. And for the classroom materials that can be used in this regard, one great way for me is to rely on what is called drama, or what is called the real the real manifestation of culture in English outside Algeria. So we can rely on drama. We can rely on the second part is about hands-on experience, some linguistic trips or manifestations or debates about how language works there can be helpful too. And the other aspect that can be, or material that can be used, is of course technology, because technology now bridges the gap, or is a shortcut to seeing or to observing how people interact, how people think, how people deal with their lives, and how people use the language, which is our focus in the EFL or in the ELT community. So technology can be used with video conferencing, with exchanges, with any sort that is part of the needs, or the how do we say, the preferences of the students themselves, because ESP students are generally aware students, adult students who have some level of English and who have some level of knowing themselves and awareness about themselves and their environment. So these three can be used in the classroom, and with also the awareness from the part of the teacher and teacher development. I think we can have some satisfactory outcomes. And I hope I answered adequately. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. I don't know if we have to come back to the presenters, if they are here. Sarah Beloufa and Mrs. Ben Saber Nasreen, are you here? Yes, so they are not here. Yeah, so I think this is, we close this session, right? Yeah. Yes, so thank you. Yeah, thank you for your presentations. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good afternoon. Good
Hello.
afternoon, everyone.
So,
Hello.
are we
Sili.
going to present now?
Yes, so without further ado, I
Yes.
invite Asya Sili and Khawla Buskin to present their work. So the floor is yours.
Yes, I will try to use.
Are you ready?
Yes, I will just share my screen.
Great.
I think my internet is not good. I already sent you the video, so I don't know if you have it with you.
It is not with me, I'm sorry. So you,
Okay.
could you please?
Yes. It does not appear on my screen. It doesn't appear on my screen. I will try with my phone. Give me some time.
Please try again.
I think. Can you see my screen? Is it clear?
I think we do, yes. Yeah, we can see the screen of your presentation.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay. By the way, good morning, everyone. And I'm so excited to be here with you.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's start. Good morning, everyone. So this is NCSCD from the university. So this is the background, findings and discussion, limitations of the study, recommendations, and findings. It's a simple foreign language, but it is seen as a skill in the professional world, and it's seen as a compulsory aspect in the pharmacy industry and business, just like in other domains. So it is so important as it informs the pharmacists regarding new medicines to update their approaches, procedures, and communicate with other foreign companies to import, manage their stocks, for example, the community's mother tongue. Nevertheless, these are providing medicines, but it goes beyond just the other services. To investigate the needs of the English language in pharmacies, the next importance in the question is what are the teaching pharmacist perceptions towards the status of English and their requirements of English in their workplace. So now let's review what literature review has stated about the importance of English for pharmacy purposes. Taking COVID-19 pandemic as a sensitive stage for revealing the importance of using applications used to deal with this urgent situation. Also, we can say that English mastery provides the ability for pharmacists to access massive international resources like pharmacy-related conferences and pharmaceutical journals. As our study focuses on English for occupational purposes, and this specialty is tightly related to industry transactions since it is services. So based on this reasoning, we can say that English development should be emphasized at the level of this type of setting. As an example of this importance, we can say that many international pharmaceutical companies, to take Algeria context as a specific example, we have a Pfizer company which uses English in meetings. English proficiency can highly affect the quality of services between patients and pharmacists. Now let's move to describe the status of English for pharmacy purposes in Algerian context. So many previous studies have stated that the research in Algeria has mainly focused on discussing or investigating the utility of English within educational setting, giving less focus on its application in workplace scenarios. So even those few studies have been or have conducted or focused on investigating English in workplaces, but still the results are unsatisfactory and demonstrating a lack of significant correlation between English proficiency and performance of patient care. And
so this is the methodology we followed in exploratory research design, qualitative research approach with a semi-structured interview as the main research tool, while the results were analyzed thematically. As for the population and sample, so the Utishi district, and we have four pharmacies. Unfortunately, in the study, the other one did not accept, so we have 2 pharmacists and 4 pharmacy salesperson. Then we have the results in discussion. So as we can see here, the 6 participants have nearly from 2 to 15 years, 50% of the participants have almost from 10 to 15 years. So this means that our population of kind of languages is used in all the pharmaceutical services. When it comes to their level of English proficiency, the 2 pharmacists with moderate proficiency in general English, which is limited to what they have learned only in middle and secondary English, as they do not really use it in this use. Participants experience regarding using English in foreign patients. Some medication information are written in English, but these situations are too rare. The respondents also agree that communicating with foreigners is often easy, as they bring the name of medicine or usually rely on body language to express their needs. So it is not really a problem for the pharmacists when dealing with foreigners.
Analyze the participants' perception toward the need of English in their workplace and its importance. We found that all pharmacy staff recognize the importance of English language, but claiming that this language is still not really mandatory in their daily pharmaceutical services. So justifying their claim by saying that their continuous professional development and conferences are all done in French. Also, we can note that most informants show their interest and motivation toward learning, but still the problem is not finding time to enroll in English classes. Concerning the participants' views regarding the importance of the most language skills and competencies that really be needed in their workplace, we have that most participants highlighted the importance of developing or the need for developing conversational skills, listening and speaking as an essential skill to talk or to deal with foreigners, or even use.
These were our main results. So this study also has some limitations. The first one is the study is limited to one small district tissue, so the results cannot be generalized. Second, most pharmacies rely on pharmacy salesperson, so pharmacists are not always available or hard to find. Some of the participants also were hesitant to answer to the interview questions or to be recorded, as they are not used to take part in such investigations. And as we already mentioned, one of the pharmacists did not accept to be interviewed. So we finish with some recommendations. is the first and the main one is to raise pharmacists' awareness regarding the importance of English by creating opportunities to practice English language through workshops, seminars, promote collaboration with international institutions and companies like with Pfizer, for instance, develop a personalized ESP courses early at city, enlisted the help of Ministry of Health to create an assigned text for an opportunity where practices can practice and use English. To summarize our study finding, we can say that as English language has been successfully integrated across various medical settings across the world, research in our global context still needs further effort to examine the difficulties of using English within pharmacy context, providing supportive environment for pharmacists to practice and try medical services with international standards. Although the current study investigation have satisfying results, possibility of rectifying and improving the adverse condition requires urgent and strategic resolutions from the Ministry of Health and its stakeholders. So these are the references for use. Thank you so much for your attention. And of course, if you have any question, please ask. Goodbye.
Thank you very much for your succinct presentation.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome.
So please stay connected, since you may have to answer some questions later on. So I think
Of course, we are here.
Thank you. So I think I will invite the second presenter.
Shall I be the second?
Bilqis Ayad and Shahrazad Gidri with Manal Zirab. Are you here?
Yes, we are here. I just want to correct the mistake. Shahrazad Gidri withdrew from the conference, and I will present on behalf of Dr. Mizab since she had a bad connection.
It's okay. So we're going to have Manal Zirab and Bilqis Ayad instead? Okay.
You will have, yes.
Okay.
Manal Mizab and Ayad. Miss Mizab will be absent because she has a problem.
Very good.
Just a second, let me share my screen with you.
Okay, very good. You're welcome. The floor is yours. Please start your presentation if you're ready.
Thank you. Just a second. I want that someone can confirm if they see my screen.
I think we can see yours in the first part of your presentation.
Yes.
Just be presented so that we can be. As you can see, I'll be presenting today the importance of needs analysis in tailoring lessons, with workplace demands. I try to be as fast as I can because I know that I have only 10 minutes. First of all, I want to thank all the organizers of this conference. We have here a quick overview of what I'll be presenting. We shall start with our introduction. So in our introduction, we discussed how English and ESP are so common within teaching strategies and all, and how we cannot separate ESP from English. But it's a very solid analysis and its assessment, and it's very necessary for all ESP teachers in order for them to develop or design their lessons. Going to the part, we started our